SummerSlam is over. Night 1, Night 2 is over, and WWE pulled something that nobody thought was coming. I don't care if you trying to lie and say you did see it coming. Nobody thought it was coming. Brock Lesnar came back to WWE. Let's talk about it. First off, I want to say that if anybody has like any legal troubles going on and it gets quietly settled, it's gonna be Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar don't even have social media or anything. He literally, his definition of fun is not scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or anything. It's hunting animals in the woods and killing them and eating them and cooking them and like skinning them. Like, come on, man. Brock Lesnar is gonna be the man that quietly settles like a lawsuit, and nobody's gonna hear about it because 4 weeks ago, it was reported today that 4 weeks ago that Brock Lesnar, I guess his legal team cleared him for his return for SummerSlam. So I'm guessing that they settled the legal troubles, out of court. He must have paid some money to Janel Grant and her team and all that. That's what I'm thinking, because if Brock Lesnar still has some of the the legal trouble is still going on, then WWE definitely wouldn't have brought him back anyway. So he has definitely settled the lawsuits, settled the claims, all of that. So the next question is, how do the fans feel about it? Man, when I tell you everything is 50-50, everything is 50-50. There's a lot of people saying that they shouldn't have brought him back, how he's controversial and everything, but it's another portion of the fans talking about that, it's okay, that, everybody makes mistakes and all of that, and, it's very mixed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was also reported that, Triple H tried to say that John Cena, told them to bring back Brock Lesnar just so he could like have one more, final match with him, work with him one last time. I honestly don't believe that. John Cena probably could have been open to working with Brock Lesnar, but he definitely was not pushing to get Brock Lesnar back in the WWE. I just know that for a fact that did not happen at all. He definitely wasn't pushing Brock Lesnar, get him. No, he definitely was not doing all of that to get him back in the WWE. And they's like, all right, and John Cena wants it, he's gonna get it. Like, no, it don't work like that. TKO, definitely had to see like the money making aspect of bringing Brock Lesnar back. They probably looked at the money making aspect, how it's gonna break the internet and sell more tickets and all that, because everybody knows when it comes to TKO, it's about money. They sold, the WWE sold is gone officially. So just take a look at the ring, honestly. So TKO probably looked at Brock Lesnar, probably thought money. They probably knew that it was gonna be some people saying how they shouldn't have brought him back because of how controversial he is and how controversial the situation that he was in was. But I don't think they realized how bad it would be, how this bad it would be, because I thought it was gonna be bad, but I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. There's actually a lot of people saying that they shouldn't have brought him back, and I don't know if I agree or not. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself, because at the end of the day, I just don't know. Like, yeah, I love Brock Lesnar. He's one of my favorites, but that situation was kind of crazy, kind of like really ruined WWE's reputation. It ruined WWE's reputation big time. So for them to bring him back is actually crazy. So I don't know, man. I'm a little 50-50. I'm in the middle. I'm in between. You know what I'm saying? But my opinion is my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, his return does help a lot with a lot of stuff. Like, it brings Cody Rhodes to a new storyline. John Cena, it's another reason to get him cheering. Heel Brock Lesnar versus the babyface John Cena. We all love it. Yeah, it's a better storyline. WWE did bad with the John Cena heel turn. I'm gonna be honest, they did horrible, and they gotta make stuff right by getting the fans to cheer for him and give him the John Cena that we all know and love. So bring back Brock Lesnar, have him do a feud, have a match or two. You know what I'm saying? And have Cody Rhodes, fight Randy Orton, have Randy Orton turn heel, and they can do their thing while Brock Lesnar and John Cena do their thing. So it's a lot of, things that that helps out with when Brock Lesnar returning, you know. But at the end of the day, there's still gonna be a lot of people out there not liking it because of how controversial the situation that he was in. It was very controversial. It really messed up the WWE's reputation. So quick update, as I was just editing and making this video, actually Janel Grant's team actually just dropped a statement about Brock Lesnar returning. They said for far too long the abuse was allowed to thrive under WWE's leadership. Instead of righting this wrong, WWE has done nothing to assure those responsible are being held accountable. This attempt to sweep misconduct under the rug will backfire. We look forward to the full set of facts, including those about Mr. Lesnar, coming out in a court of law where they belong. So I guess he didn't settle anything. I guess what might have happened was that they was working on it, and then everything about the situation with Mr. Lesnar, I guess everything calmed down, and I guess since Brock Lesnar's team seen that everything was calm and she was more worried about Vince and everything, then they was gonna then he was like, all right, you're good to return, because she hasn't really paid attention and said nothing to you. The team hasn't her team hasn't contacted anyone about you. So Janel Grant, I guess her team and all of that, I guess they didn't settle anything. I'm confused. They said the facts about everything is gonna come out soon, so be ready for that video. Janel Grant's team is not happy, so let me know in the comments how y'all feel. Let's go. It's some good and some bads. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think. If y'all like the idea of Brock Lesnar returning, or if y'all don't like the idea of Brock Lesnar returning, let me know in the comments so we can argue. Other than that, short little vid. I'm out. Let's get it.